Welcome back to Firepower, where legends meet lead, and where we separate myths from the truth that echoes through every rifle barrel in America. If you could only own one caliber to hunt everything in North America, from coyotes to elk, from white-tailed deer to bear, which would it be? Hunters argue, forums explode, and the truth gets buried under decades of nostalgia and marketing hype. But tonight, we cut through it all. Because by the end of this video, you'll know which caliber deserves the crown, and which ones should finally be retired to the back of your gun safe. You're watching Firepower, where performance meets proof, not opinion. Before we fire the first shot, here's the reality check. America's hunting scene in 2025 has changed. Ammunition prices are unpredictable, supply chains are fragile, and new hunters are searching for a single, versatile caliber that can do it all: hunt, defend, and perform anywhere in the country. So today, we'll test the most iconic contenders, 6 calibers that shaped generations of American shooters, and name the one round that truly rules them all. Our judgment will follow 3 principles. First, versatility, the ability to hunt any game, anywhere, in any season. Second, availability, the kind of cartridge you can find in every local gun store from Alaska to Florida. And third, performance, real-world accuracy, stopping power, and recoil management that matter when the shot counts. This isn't a chart comparison. This is the truth, tested and fired. Let's start where it all began. The rifles that built the backbone of American hunting. The first is the .30-30 Winchester, the grand old lever-action round that put more venison on dinner tables than any other caliber in history. It's been around since 1895, and it still gets the job done. Close-range, deep woods performance is its comfort zone. Under 150 yards, it hits like a hammer. The recoil is mild, the rifles are simple, and the reliability is unmatched. But here's the truth: time is catching up. The .30-30 drops fast beyond 200 yards and lacks the velocity to reach out in open country. It's the perfect brush gun, but not the universal king. Still, for a hunter walking through thick timber, there's something special about working a lever gun that still breathes the spirit of the frontier. Now, step up to its big brother, the .30-06 Springfield. Born in battle, raised in the wild, and still hunting harder than anything else on the market. Introduced in 1906 and tested through 2 world wars, the .30-06 became the gold standard for American sportsmen. It's the caliber that taught generations how to shoot, hunt, and win. With bullet weights ranging from 125 to 220 grains, it can drop whitetail at 100 yards or elk at 500. It carries energy, accuracy, and dependability that few cartridges can match. The recoil is noticeable, sure, but manageable. A fair price for that level of performance. If America had to choose one caliber to rebuild civilization with, the .30-06 would be at the top of the list. It's reliable, lethal, and eternal. Now we move into the modern era, where engineering meets precision and where hunters want range, flat trajectories, and versatility. Enter the .308 Winchester, the people's caliber, the everyman's round. Affordable, accurate, and found everywhere. From police armories to deer camps. It's shorter and more efficient than the .30-06. Meaning it fits in lighter rifles and semi-automatic platforms like the AR-10. With less recoil and nearly identical energy out to 400 yards, the .308 has become the modern default for practical hunting and field shooting. Hunters love its flexibility. Light rounds for small game, heavy ones for elk or hogs. Ammunition is cheap, reliable, and always available. It's not glamorous, and it won't win long-range competitions against the Magnums, but it performs exactly how you expect, every single time. The .308 isn't a statement of style, it's a declaration of reliability. Then we come to the .270 Winchester, the caliber that Jack O'Connor made legendary. Sleek, fast, and flat shooting, the .270 was built for the open plains and mountain ridges. It's a hunter's dream for shots stretching beyond 300 yards, delivering high velocity and light recoil with stunning precision. Its flatter trajectory makes it forgiving when you're estimating distance on a long stalk, and its accuracy is laser-like. But it's not perfect. Ammunition choices are narrower, and while it's deadly accurate, it doesn't hit as hard as some of the bigger .30 calibers on impact. Still, when you're standing on a rocky ridge with wind howling through the pines, a .270 in your hands feels like holding lightning. Elegant, deadly, timeless. Now, let's turn the power dial all the way up. If the .308 and .3006 are your reliable workhorses, then the 7mm Remington Magnum and .300 Winchester Magnum are your thoroughbreds, designed to go further, faster, and hit harder. The 7mm Remington Magnum is the long-range hunter's weapon of choice. Its ballistics are breathtaking, a flat trajectory and high velocity that stay supersonic beyond 1,000 yards. With the right load, it hits with surgical precision and devastating terminal energy. In Alaska, it's the choice of those who stalk moose or grizzly. In the Rockies, it's the trusted caliber for mountain elk hunters. But there's a trade-off. The recoil is stiff, the barrel life is short, and the ammunition isn't cheap. It's not a beginner's caliber. It's a professional's tool. Then comes the .300 Winchester Magnum, the king of range, the hammer of the hunting world. The 300 Win Mag is for those who demand everything: raw power, long-range lethality, and uncompromising accuracy. It hits hard enough to anchor elk at 800 yards and still reach out further if you dare. But with great power comes great punishment. The recoil is brutal, especially in lighter rifles. Ammunition costs are high, and the muzzle blast is intimidating even for experienced shooters. Still, for those who can handle it, the .300 Winchester Magnum is the closest thing to divine retribution you can shoulder. It's Thor's hammer, but you'll feel every ounce of it. Charts and numbers are easy to fake. Field performance isn't. We took all 6 calibers into the wild for real testing. Equal rifles, equal optics, equal skill behind the trigger. The .30-30 dominated inside 150 yards, offering clean one-shot kills on medium game. The .308 and .270 delivered near-perfect accuracy out to 400 yards, with manageable recoil and consistent results. The .3006 kept pace with both, offering harder hits with heavier bullets. And when we stretched out to 600 yards, the Magnums finally flexed their muscle. The 7mm with surgical precision, the .300 Winchester Magnum with sheer brute force. But here's where the story changes. When factoring ammo cost, rifle weight, recoil fatigue, and practical use across the U.S., the field narrowed sharply. Hunters overwhelmingly favored the calibers that could be shot more often, practiced affordably, and handled ethically in the field. Because power means nothing if you can't control it. After thousands of rounds fired, miles hiked, and debates that nearly broke friendships, one caliber stood above the rest, not because it was new, but because it never failed to adapt. The winner, .3, 0-06 Springfield. It's the rifleman's handshake across generations. From World War II battlefields to modern deer blinds, it's the caliber that's proven itself in every terrain, every climate, and every era. It can be loaded light for varmints or heavy for moose. It fits bolt actions, semi-autos, and even some modern sporting rifles. Ammunition is everywhere, cheap, abundant, and diverse. The 30-06 is balance perfected. Power without brutality, range without complication, heritage without compromise. When the shot matters most, when distance, weather, and nerves collide, the .30-06 is still the round that gets it done. It doesn't chase trends, it defines them. Each caliber has its throne in the right kingdom. The 30-30 owns the woods. The .270 rules the open plains. The .308 is the soldier's son, precise and practical. The 7mm Remington Magnum is the long-range aristocrat. The 300 Win Mag, pure, unfiltered dominance. But the 30-006 is the heartbeat of American hunting. It's not just a cartridge, it's a promise. A link between past and future. A reminder that sometimes perfection was achieved long before we realized it. So here's the question. What's your caliber? The one you'd trust for your first hunt and your last? Tell us in the comments which round rules your world. Do you chase magnum power, or do you stand with the timeless? And if you want more deep dives into performance tests, real ballistic comparisons, and field breakdowns from hunters who live this every day, subscribe to Firepower. Because here, we don't follow trends. We reload the truth. This is Firepower, where legends never die. They just change chambers. Stay sharp, shoot straight, and we'll see you in the next one.